I was with my sisters playing this, over many years, because one of the proud things I have to say is that because I've been a gamer my whole life, I've influenced both of my younger sisters to also, have a love for games, and especially have a love for this game, Minecraft. And anyway, one thing they will know about me is I always seem to, I don't know why, I just have this love for building a house on stilts. And we had many worlds together as a family. We had many family worlds that we'd work on, and then we would delete it and make a new world together. And almost every single one of those worlds, dude, I built a house on stilts. And for the first time on YouTube, I've built this new house, which should be out in the next one of my next episodes on this new server. And yeah, man, that's a house on stilts. It's it's held up always by these wooden planks, which I really love. It just gives the house depth,
I remember your base on the Nocturnal server. I remember had like a lot of different levels to it. If you remember that.
Oh man, my base. I can't even remember my base. The pagoda one, the Chinese-looking building.
Was that it? Yeah, I remember it just had like a lot of levels, like a lot of floors to it. It felt kind of towerish, but how would you put it?
Hold on a minute. No. That was my single-player world on Nocturnal server. I can't. Do you know? One thing, I don't think I can even remember my house from the Nocturnal server, man. I don't remember what I built.
I remember it because I remember.
Are you sure I even built a house?
You had a base because I remember going to it. That's how I remember it. Well,
dude, like it's crazy. I missed you by accident, by purpose. But dude, no, I don't. I remember your house is outrageous. The one you built on the edge of that jungle cliff. That was when the jungles very first came out, actually.
Oh god, do you know what's really funny about this story is that I don't even remember what I built on that server.
Exactly. I'm going to show clips. If I remember after this in the editing, I'm going to edit in some clips of some of our memories together.
Sure.
Of some of those worlds. But we never recorded an episode that we have on YouTube, did we? I don't think, unfortunately.
I don't know I don't know if I record it with you or not. I remember you being around. I think you were on the server when we were recording, but I don't know if we were ever part of each other's like videos. I don't know. We'll have to check it out. We'll have to go back and dig through our content and see what we had. But I didn't do it for very long, so I didn't have that many videos.
Yeah, I almost fell through it. Yeah, man. Which is amazing. I'm so happy you've now found some time to be able to, and also found the computer, which is the thing that changed me. I stopped doing videos, not because I wanted to. I wanted to carry on. Oh no. Jesus, almost died. But because I did not have a powerful enough computer, it's quite sad, to continue my YouTube dream. So 5 years later, I bought 5-6 years later, which was just a few years ago now, I got a new one and made HotCuppaTV. And this has been the start of me being able to create all kinds of really, series that I've always dreamed of, different fun games. And yeah, man, it's time. It's your time now. Time for you.
It's time for me to get back to it.
Sleep if you can.
Yep. Oh man, just stretching.
Exactly. So you can do we can do the morning stretches on here. You can do your morning yoga.
That's right.
Overlooking this reef, which I think we want to fill with fish. I'm definitely going to bring every type of fish back, and we're going to have a multicolored aquarium going on in here. Dude, look, there's already a school of salmon, actually, dude. So inside of that.
Oops. Yeah, I saw where? Okay, yeah, I see them. Yeah, I noticed that because I thought when I started playing Minecraft again and they added the salmon, I tried fishing for that salmon, but I don't believe those fish bite.
Yeah. No, there's one fish that I guess does harm you.
Oh, really?
Excuse me, and it's it's not, but it doesn't bite as such. It's a puffer fish. If you go near it, it blows up and becomes bigger. Have you seen those?
I've caught the fish. I caught puffer fish, but I haven't seen them like in the actual. I haven't seen like 3D modeled puffer fish, but I've caught like the invisible puffer fish.
They're really tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they look as small as a silverfish, and then when you go and they're swimming, and then when you go close to them, it blows up and becomes bigger. And then if you touch the bigger one, just like a pufferfish in real life, I think, and it's got spikes on, and then if you touch it, it just it poisons you, or it gives you a special poison effect, puffer poison or something. I'm not sure. And anyway, it's medium harmful. I don't think it's that harmful, but yeah, it can be a deadly thing if you're already on low health, I guess, in the sea.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, just be careful of that. The beautiful thing about Minecraft is they have added, especially since we were playing last together, they have added updates and updates and updates of new things. It's so exciting.
Yeah, I noticed just today, I think I saw dolphins for the first time.
See, you haven't even seen dolphins yet, man. It's crazy. There's dolphins. I think we saw that underwater village just before we recorded next to our island.
Yeah.
Which it's not a village, it's an underwater ruins. Technically,
that's what it is,
called.
yeah.
But I think the lore, yeah, I think the lore of them is supposed to be old villages that got
flooded.
Yeah, swamped by the ocean.
Yeah.
From the past, I guess, like the Atlantis version of Minecraft.
That's it, eh? But there are like the underwater temples too. I've seen those. Those are a bit older, but those are pretty sketchy, dude. I don't want to go near them.
The actual big temples with they're called guardian temples.
Yeah, those guys with the lasers. It's sketchy. It's scary. Bro, it's not for me.
I've never taken on a guardian temple. Yeah, exactly. I've been always too scared. I think I've always even with full armor, like I feel like I'm not. You need like potions that make you that make you dig faster underwater as well, and stuff like that. Like, dude, so far I've just been too scared to take them on. And like a couple of people on my server I'm playing on at the moment, the excuse me, the Minecraft server that I'm currently playing on, which is Lionheart. Yeah, there's a few players on there who have told me they've tackled multiple temples and like, you know, they've already fight the Wither, and we've only been playing on that server like really like what, 2 months. So it's crazy how fast people do progression in the game. Some players. Yeah. And then there's other players that like haven't even found diamond yet on there. You know, like but I'm somewhere in between.
That goes to show though that this is a game where there is no right order to do anything. You can just do anything in any order you want, and you can still pretty much get as much out of the game as anyone else is going to get. And you can pretty much do everything that everyone else is doing, but you don't have to do it in the same way that they're doing it. Like, you know, if someone wants to start a new world and they don't want to build a house, they don't want to mine for diamonds, they just want to kill Endermen and try to go fight the dragon, it's like they can. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know.
Crazy.
It's like when I hear people say, like, there's people that say that they're really bad at Minecraft, and it's like, I don't understand how you can be bad at Minecraft. It's just there's
no such thing.
There's just different ways.
It's impossible to be bad at this game.
Yeah, if you play Minecraft with like 100 different people, then you're gonna play it with them in 100 different ways.
Definitely, it's so true. Just need to get a crafting table here. Yeah. I mean, that's, to be honest, I've had this exact same conversation the other day when I think I had a similar conversation when I was recording, which will be again out very soon, and when I wasn't recording on that server with other members of the server, and we talked about the same thing, how they all, because it's crazy, we were all talking about, like, we were introducing ourselves to each other, because like, so just like you are in Canada, I'm in the UK right now. Most of us are playing from different areas of the world, which is another insane beautiful thing about this game, just how it brings people together, how it makes you know, international friends. And everyone has different playing styles. Some were talking that they like to do lots of farming, build lots of pets and animals, and they never care about ever getting diamonds. Can you believe that? And some are like players who they love crafting and just building, and they do everything to focus on building.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then some love more just, they never build a house. They go out on an adventure, or they build one house and then they move to another house. So yeah, I'm probably more on the building side of things. I love to build a whole area, and then like just keep working on the area and building new things and adding things.
Yeah.
Like this island, for example.
Yeah. Yeah, this island's a perfect example. I really like to venture off and look at areas and think about what you can do to that area. You know what I mean? Like you and I were like, you and I were looking at this island from different angles from a distance, just thinking about what it could potentially look like in the future and what structures could look like on the island. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Yeah. But I think there's a skeleton up there.
That's one of like the most exciting things. Like, oh, do you know there is two amazing things about this game? Like, or two really fun points that I love. One is when you are like you said, well, for the very first time, maybe you find a world, maybe you do a little bit of adventuring, maybe you're trying to find a place to build your first home, or maybe you're looking at a few different areas, and the first exciting thing is scouting out a location, finding a new location. Like you said, doing what we're doing now, planning for that location. Your mind starts coming up with all these ideas, and one of them clicks in your heart, and you can really imagine it, and you're like, wow, that's what I have to do. I can't wait to build that. Like what you said on that episode, I remember you made that episode when we were on the server, maybe on episode 3, or you found a location for your home, and I remember you were looking at the edge of that jungle cliff, and you were like, I can't wait to show you guys what I'm going to build here. And then you ended up, you were planning it, and then later on you built a really awesome side of the jungle home, and then finally people could see what was in your imagination. That's one of the beautiful things about Minecraft.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to word it. Is building and ultimately revealing to the people what you are thinking. So it's like, you can do your best to try to describe something and stuff like that, but like if you have a vision, like you got to really show people what you are thinking. Yeah, that's a perfect way to word it.
I'm going to move the chest outside of this zone that you have mapped out. Yeah. And so far, I'm loving the area you mapped out. I completely agree with where the house should go, and I'm totally on board with this. I'm going to move the chest outside of that, and the chest is going to be, I've chucked in wood and the supplies I guess we're going to need for building. We can bring all the supplies we need for building over, and I guess we could store it into these chests, so we don't have to keep, so that then we can stay and work on the house for a few episodes, and maybe we don't have to keep getting too many extra supplies. Do you like having the house in an odd number? Because this is one thing that's important for me.
Yes, I do.
You know how there's a door.
Yep.
So you need the door to be in the middle.
Yep.
Well, you don't always need it to be in the middle, but usually I prefer it to be in the middle, right?
I prefer it too.
And then you have perfect, and then so that then there's an odd number so that the door is symmetrical, because as all Minecrafters know, if something's not symmetrical, it's like Minecraft OCD kicks in.
No, 100%. I'm glad you said that. Not even just for the doors, but for building my roofs, roofs. It really helps to find the center of the roof when the building is. Oh yeah. Because when you're building a roof with the point, I always want the roof to be like the point of the roof, like the centerpiece. I always want it to be aligned with the door. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. That's just me.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I completely agree with that. Roofs is something. I follow an amazing Minecrafter. I'm sure you must have heard of him on YouTube, called Rendog. Heard of Rendog?
You know what? We talked about him before. I looked him up, I believe, but I remember you were the one that introduced me to it.
Like, half of the people who are watching immediately will know what I'm talking about. My sisters, my family, any of my friends will know what I'm talking about. I've talked about this person so many years. If it weren't for Rendog, I may have never. Whoa. I may have never started YouTube.